sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Chicago Bears. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Bears at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open work beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Fields. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. Touchdown, Bears! Irv Smith Jr., his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's 1st score here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Oh, look looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So problems with air and passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback is simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. This defense for the Bears, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. Pretty decent game.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. So
they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Fields. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Carr to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Carr. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away. And incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Play action, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Second and 5. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Balaj. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's Fields. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running out of the gun with White. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you even call this a little update anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Going up top. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. his share of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
This is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Second and 9. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. One of those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. Bears Sheldon Rankins. And then again for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jones. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A give. This is Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 44, Fields. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
Well, you have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Here's a run with Balaj. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Balaj taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go up the middle with White, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Another down on the scoreboard. The urge to go for it is almost irresistible on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I thought he had that one, and that was really a bad conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Fields on 3rd down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It's Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Running right through it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now,
Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fields on target to Mooney. 1st down, Chicago.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. 73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Balaj. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On play action, Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the 50, here's Fields. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Just what they need, a left chip from May. The set-call offense is where they get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. On the return is Jones. A big kick that time, 52 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Fields. Completion here to Claypool. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They run it with Balaj. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Fields. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Fields now to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up 3rd down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to 3rd down and making a play there.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
Now it's Fields.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
Give that sack to the linebacker, Jayon Brown. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And that'll keep this a 22-point game. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, you know, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Carr.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
Carr fighting his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And hard running is going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr.
He's got Renfro on the out route. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw his Carr. He hits Adams complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action. Now Carr.
Now quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground game with White. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Carr now to throw. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. To Montgomery on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for there, Charles. They lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless for the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Bears, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a home date next